Hey y'all, Mr. / Mrs. Editor Philip here, and welcome to yet another update video. Fun fact, that line right there took me like fucking 5-6 tries to do. Anyway, welcome to another update video. I'm gonna try not have this last 50 billion years and just get straight to the points. Just want to give a quick update for July. And I know some of you might be wondering, but Philip, it's still June when you're uploading this video. Why are you calling it the July update? Well, Billy, it's because I'm unusually early on this one. Yeah, I'm just early in making this video and I'm still calling it the July update because everything in this video basically pertains to stuff that we're doing in July. So, yeah, that's why it's called the July update. Don't like it? Too bad. Let's get on to the fucking update. So, first and foremost, I said that the Danganronpa 1 review was going to be coming at the end of June. It is now the end of June. Where the fuck's the Danganronpa 1 video? In fact, why has the Despair arc taken us this fucking long to put together, and why haven't we released the Danganronpa 1 review in like all these months when we initially said that that review was going to come out in like December, January? So what could have possibly happened in all that time to like push that review back and the entire arc back so goddamn long? So I figured to start this update video off, I may as well just like, you know, list all the reasons as to why we've had to delay this arc for so goddamn long. So here we go. 1. Needing to wait for Danganronpa 1 to actually be back in Zen's possession. Basically, a lot of her stuff was in storage, and she's been needing to slowly bring stuff back to her apartment from her old one. One of those things is the Vita version of Danganronpa 1, which is the version that we're covering for the video. Well, that Zen's covering. I'm not actually in the fucking video. Now, if you're wondering why we're covering the Vita version, well, I'll explain that in due time. Probably not in this video. But, you know, essentially, we needed that copy for Zen to actually record the goddamn footage. And that was the very first initial thing that like kept pushing that video back, but it surely wasn't the most annoying one, and in fact it wasn't the most stressful one, because number 2, crappy roommate. I'm not going to go too much into this here, seeing how it's very personal and me and Zen have already talked about this on Twitter, but just the short sweet version of it, well, there's nothing sweet about it, but the short version of it is that Zen's former roommate and my ex-girlfriend, who will go unnamed for this video, but we've already said her name on social media, so it's not even like her identity's a secret. She had been gaslighting us for multiple months, and it had been one of those situations, or many situations, where we constantly had to clean up her shit, primarily Zen, because Zen was unfortunately living with her. And so, you know, just one thing led to another, and, you know, just so much kept being piled up and up and up and up and up. And it just got to the point where Zen was like, all right, you need to leave. You need to leave. And it didn't stop there, because there was some stuff that happened after she left as well that makes me never want to actually talk to her again. But again, not going to get too much into that. All you need to know is that it was a really stressful, like, couple of months that she was living with Zen. And, yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Number 3, Zen needing to take her laptop in. You guys probably already know about this one already. Zen's talked at length about it on social media, and she even made an entire video explaining what happened with her laptop. But essentially, for those who don't already know, her laptop broke down, or didn't even break down. The fucking charger port was like slightly broken, so she had to take it in to get it fixed. And then they, you know, led her around in circles for over a month. And it meant that, like, you know, she couldn't do anything during that time because she had already recorded all her footage. Even if she hadn't, she wouldn't be able to, because she needs the laptop to even record footage for it. And, you know, she could potentially script. In fact, she was scripting some things during this time, but she couldn't actually record the Danganronpa 1 review. So that was just a big period of time where she could do nothing at all. And because she can do nothing at all, that means that, number 4, there's a lot she had to catch up on. The Bun Squad is not the only thing that Zen does, and once she actually got her laptop back, it meant that there was a lot of stuff that she actually needed to catch up on. She is a regular on Linkara's streams every Saturday or Sunday, I forget when they do them, but she's a regular on those streams, so she went back to, you know, doing those streams with Linkara. Then she had a couple of dub talk episodes to record on the side as well. She had a few diving into DuckTales episodes that she needs to record. I still think she needs to do like 1 or 2 of those still, but she's already recorded a couple of those. And then there's Phasing Forward on my own channel, which is essentially where we review the Disney Plus Marvel shows and also the Phase 4 movies once they eventually come out, with Black Widow coming out like in a week or 2. So, you know, there's all this stuff that Zen needed to catch up on that, you know, recording for the Bun Squad unfortunately had to wait because there was so much else that she needed to record that, you know, it actually did get too much to be too much again. You know, she's had to drop a couple of things, including for Phasing Forward. What we've decided to do is now we're going to do videos every 2 weeks, and we're going to make them all double reviews. So like, for example, Loki, which is currently airing, we're doing like episode 1 and 2, episode 2 and 3, episode like 5 and 6, episode 1 and 2, episode 3 and 4, episode 5 and 6, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, she just needed to catch up on a whole heap of things. Number 5, IRL shit. Aside from just catching up with stuff, Zen's also had to, you know, do a lot of IRL stuff as well. You know, she has 2 cats, of course, and they require a lot of attention, so that speaks for itself. She got a new roommate, a new, better roommate. I haven't met him myself, but I know that they are just, you know, way better than her former one. So that's good, but she also does need to drive him sometimes, and also a couple of friends of hers, so that takes time because they end up being pretty long drives. And just recently she has had a case of bed bugs, so she's need to leave the house on a few days for several hours while they get everything all sprayed up. So that was a hassle, and, you know, I could have gone without that. Zen could have gone without that. It's her apartment after all. Or her apartment room. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, in conjunction with just needing to catch up with other videos in general, she's also just had stuff in person that have been, you know, just like that, to just pile on top of everything already going on. Number 6, work. It's fucking work. It speaks for itself. And number 7, wanting a backlog. This has been the most recent thing, and it's also something that Zen has kind of done to herself. So basically what this means is that usually when we make these videos, Zen likes to do a lot of things well in advance. Like, she likes to have multiple scripts done at one time, so that, you know, while, you know, I'm editing a video, and while Nick and Shannon are editing the audio for like the next video, she already has a couple of more scripts that she can record while, like, you know, us editors are editing the next videos. She's wanted a backlog essentially of these scripts so that we can remain one step forward, so that when it comes to like releasing videos, we have things, you know, coming out at a steady pace. Not we drop a video, then over a month goes by and we drop another video, then over a month goes by, then 2 months go by and we drop another video. Zen wants to avoid that as much as possible, and so as such, she's really wanted to make sure that she has a couple of scripts done first before the despair arc actually starts. And that is why currently the videos have been taking, like, you know, longer than expected. It's because Zen has wanted to make sure she has a few scripts ready, so that once she's recorded all of Danganronpa and she has sent it all to me and Nick to make sure like everything is edited and ready to go, she can already be like recording the next video, so that once Danganronpa 1 is out, we can just move on immediately to the next one and not have to wait God knows how long. So that has been what's been going on there. I'm happy to note that we are almost done scripting fucking 5 goddamn scripts. We've the Danganronpa 1 script is already done. In fact, recording has begun for it. It's just that we've paused a little bit so Zen can finish up the scripts she's currently doing right now. So Danganronpa 1 is already done. The next one after that, which is another Zen Who episode, that one is also completely done. And then 2 scripts for a new series that aren't Bun Squad related are also done. And again, I'll get back to that in a moment. And currently we are finishing up the Buggy arc script for History of One Piece. Once that script is done, Zen is going to move back to recording for Danganronpa 1, and that'll be the main focus. That is going to be where all the attention is going to go. And once she's done with that, then it's just up to me and Nick. And once we're done, the video's done, obviously. And one thing we're doing for this one, I think I've already mentioned this before, but essentially as Zen finishes her audio sessions, she's sending it right to Nick. And once Nick's like halfway through the script, he's just going to send that first half to me, and I'll just begin like editing the video now. So that once all the audio's done, my workload's not going to be as high. So yeah, stuff's happening, essentially. You know, we're getting scripts done. And again, after this current script is finished, Zen's going to move back to recording audio. And it also hasn't helped that there have been some pretty big heat waves in the United States right now, at least in Minnesota. So that's made recording, you know, pretty challenging at the moment, but it'll be done. It will be done. And yeah, that's basically all the reasons. As for when I expect the Danganronpa review to come out, again, this could always be pushed back even further, but at this point, and I might be jinxing it, at this point, I feel like this will probably be like the final date push on this. Who knows? Maybe I have to Cyberpunk 2077 this and change my mind on it. But essentially, the Danganronpa 1 review currently we're expecting is going to come out July 26th. That is the new date we have for it. And then from there, things will hopefully start coming out one after another, and we won't have another situation of just you guys needing to wait a month and a half like you had to do for like the Blood Blockade Battlefront review or some shit like that. So yeah, hopefully it comes out on that date and we don't have to worry about this anymore, and the Bun Squad can just finally get back to like releasing videos and we don't have to delay anything anymore. Who knows at this point, but stuff's being done. You know, we're getting shit done, and a lot of the story, if there's one thing I can say, a lot of the story is already done. We've already scripted a lot of stuff well ahead in advance. We just gotta do the reviews. So yeah, that's all I have to say for the moment in regards to the Bun Squad. But of course, like I've been saying, the Bun Squads, like the actual Bun Squad videos themselves, are not the only thing that we're focusing on. For starters, I have been back at work on the blooper reel, and that should, don't hold me on this, but it should be out in a week. That should be out 1 week from this update video being released. I'm almost done with it. I've compiled everyone's audio. Now I'm just editing all together. So 1 week from now, that video should go live on the channel. I apologize for that video being delayed, you know, all these months. It's just a combination of me needing to focus on my schoolwork, and then also, unfortunately, when it comes to the blooper reel, you know, I wanted that to be like the second video along with the story compilation to come out in between the Looming Terror arc and the Despair arc. But unfortunately, with us having to move to the Despair arc, like just constantly all throughout these months, it's kind of been like, you know, it's kind of been one of those things where I just haven't been motivated to make the blooper reel. So I apologize on that front. That's a me thing, and I'm sorry about that. But 1 week from now, hopefully, you should see it in your subscription feed. And then on top of that, like I've been teasing throughout the video, we do have a new series coming out very, very soon, probably after the Zen Who episode, if I remember correctly. But we have a new series coming out that is not related to the Bun Squad, so don't expect any story segments or anything like that. But it is a new scripted series that will be focusing on video games. It is called Midnight Combo Pack. Basically, if you're familiar with Late Night Double Feature over on Linkara's channel, it's basically the same concept, only we're doing it with video games. So every video, Zen's gonna take two games in her collection, and she's going to do mini reviews of them, where it's not going to be a full review. Those we'll save for the eventual should you complete this episode of any of the particular games, but they're going to be mini reviews to see if she can recommend you any of these particular games. It'll be a good way for her to kind of sift through her backlog in her own time, because she plays a lot of games in her downtime. It's not just the games, of course, she plays for should you complete this. And she thought basically, hey, this is a good way to kind of take the games I play in that downtime and just make a video on them to see, you know, if she can recommend them to you guys. So that's what Midnight Double Feature, Midnight Combo Pack, that's what the series is all about. And those will be released kind of intermediately throughout the Bun Squad schedule. So they're not Bun Squad videos. It's a separate series from all the series that inhabit the Bun Squad, like the entire mega Bun Squad series. So don't expect any storyline segments in those videos. But, you know, it is a scripted series that Zen's wanted to do for a while. And we're finally starting it. I believe the first episode is after the next Zen Who episode. So it's going to be Danganronpa 1, then Zen Who, and then Midnight Combo Pack's going to start. So, yeah. And if you're worried about these taking up too much time from, you know, the work that we could be doing on the Bun Squad videos, don't worry. The editing on these videos is going to be very minimal, and we're going to try not make them super duper long. The longest that we're aiming to actually make these videos is like 20-ish minutes. That's the longest. Like, shortest is about 10 minutes, and then the longest is 20 minutes. That's kind of like the range we want these videos to be. Like, no longer than like 20-ish minutes. Maybe a little longer, like maybe 25, but nothing over 30. Like, nothing that's like Bun Squad level of length. And that's basically all the big things. Of course, there's also some little things as well. Like, we have a few more other side content to, you know, release to hold you guys over. Zen's going to release part 2 of the PS2 collection video and potentially do more collection videos after that. I have my own series, if you guys would be interested in that. That's actually going to be uploaded on this channel. It's going to be kind of a move to make this channel a full-on Bun Squad channel instead of just Zen's channel, which means, yes, expect some series for the kittens coming soon. So look forward to those. We haven't we're just workshopping those for the time being. We haven't sorted anything out for those, so those aren't going to be for a while. But expect something for that, like possibly by the end of the year, sometime next year. But I do have my own series that I'm going to be doing, you know, sometime within like the next 2 months, sometime within the next 2 months or so. I'm going to start that up. So if you guys would be interested in that, then that would warm the cockles of my heart. And then aside from that, make sure you all vote on that Zenoween poll that we set up like 2 months ago. For those who missed it, essentially, we're only doing a Zenoween one-shot this year so that Zenoween doesn't interrupt the Despair arc too much. And for that video, we're having a big vote on it. So that'll be in the description and in the pinned comment. So if you haven't voted yet, go to that poll, pick whichever one you want to win, and whichever one wins is the fucking movie we're gonna cover. That poll ends, I believe, August 1st, so you guys have about a month. So get to voting, and the winner will be the winner. You can tell that I'm going off the cuff and I'm running out of things to say. I should really end the video at this point. So with that being said, everyone, my name is Philip. We're getting stuff done, I promise. Look forward to more content in July. And I look forward to you all when the Danganronpa 1 review premieres. So with that being said, take care, everyone. Ciao.